Back then with dreams of a stacked fortune. Black kid with dreams by any means to seize some cell phone keys to a black portion. That American pie, he just wanna portion. Product of that environment that he was forced in. Change course when it's out of control. Feel it down in my soul. Fast forward and foresee that fork in the road. Listen, mention you on the road, foreign car whipping. It's mind bending. Open your eyes, I'm bending the rules. Time ticking. The time's different on a globe where every soul trying to survive in it. That's the main concern. Whole hood celebrate when the tables turn, you see. Feels like I'm on the cusp. Great forever, forever's not long enough. It's just man once said the grind can't stop till letters in your name get bigger like cap locks. Still can't stall so far from your last stop. Deaf to the yes man, blind to mascots. Look past the moment and try to find your last opponent. Trying to find the answer before this life flashes past you. Blink of an eye, go ghost like a phantom. I'd rather imagine a whole block popping, toast and glasses. More life, no ashes to ashes. Live life fast with no crashes. You can picture that with no caption. Try to see the vision, no glasses. You can picture that with no cameras or flashes. You could just imagine. Still keep my hunger like fasting. Still keep it ghetto fab like putting money in the mattress. And that's just point blank. No biting my tongue. We so frank. And your top 10. They don't.
I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Boston Celtics. Westbrook across the timeline. They trail by 2. George to Adams. Westbrook. Irving the rebound. Horford to Marcus Smart. Deep left corner. It's the Celtics with the rebound. To Marcus Morris. Irving. Not getting the bounce. Adams. Blocked by Tatum.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
George, his first effort off the mark. To Horford. Westbrook with the denial. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Irving. To Marcus Morris. For 3, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
That's off the side of the rim, short. To Marcus Morris. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Kyrie Irving. First couple did. Go. That one is true.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
George knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Horford. Tatum. Well defended. To Adams. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Lets it fly from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Marcus, the younger and higher scoring of the Morris twins, really made his mark with his team on the defensive end. When you think about heart and soul, maybe becoming the Draymond Green for the Celtics.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Leads 5. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for Oklahoma City, number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
To Jaylen Brown. Fires the three, knocks it down, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Jaylen Brown with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. And he converts on the free throw.
Get it, shoot it again.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Hayward. Tatum. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. It's Westbrook. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Adams. 4-3. And the rebound comes down to Brown. Hayward to Rozier. Here's a chance from long range. It's good for 3. It's Russ at the controls. Swings it to George. Beyond the arc for 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him.
Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Paul George. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good as he finishes off the 3-point play. That shaves the deficit down to 10. To Hayward. Trying to cash in, that's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets. Jay, would you classify him among the elites in the game, especially among wings?
It depends on what category of elite you put him in. As of right now, he will be my second-tier elite. Because when I think first-tier elite, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden. I think Gordon Hayward has a chance to be there. He was on his way there before he got hurt, but time will tell.
Rozier. And the rebound taken in by Adams. To Paul George. Short jumper won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That misses with a second to go. The first quarter's complete. The Celtics have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. To Marcus Morris. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Marcus Smart. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Knocked loose. Schroeder. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Jaylen Brown. Fires the three. Ah, Smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
From long range. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Rozier into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rises for the slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for Oklahoma City, number 13.
Aaron Baines, nice.
This just blows my mind. The lane was so open. It almost looks like the offense is trying to make the layup even more difficult than what it was. They look bored out there.
To Hayward. Layup goes down. Well done.
It's not a travel, Ed. You're allowed 2 steps after you pick up the ball. Now, these steps may be more east and west instead of north and south, but this is the new game that these young kids are playing.
Jay, they're so athletic. I would imagine it varies from official to official.
Or it varies from great player to great player.
To Marcus Smart. To the outside. Hayward. Gets it in the left corner. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Irving. For 3. Can't get the bounce. To George. Lets it fly from long range. And Paul George good on the quick release there. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
Here's Schroeder with it, trailing by 4. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Horford. Fires the 3. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. To Paul George. Paul George. 3 for 6 now.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Smart. Sizing up the defense. 4-3. It's no good. Shots not going down. George. To Adams. Paul George. To Westbrook. Here's a chance from long range. And Russell Westbrook. He can turn a game in an instant. Hits the 3 on the quick release.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about space. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Brad Stevens will change up his lineup. Irving knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Deep three at the buzzer. Goes down. A three at the buzzer. How about that end to the first half as they take the lead into the locker room. The quarter comes to an end with the Celtics in front.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Celtics have the lead, but not by much, clearly. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Marcus Smart.
Shoot it!
Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with their three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
George, he engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Irving gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Time to shuffle things up. Westbrook. Count it. Three-pointer is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Horford to Marcus Smart. Tatum hits the trifecta.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Marcus Smart. Beyond the arc for three. Not that time. He misses. Adams. To Westbrook. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Russell Westbrook knocks down a wide open three.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Irving buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Horford. Oh, it's blocked by Adams.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Irving, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team. Westbrook, off the mark, no good.
To George. Deep left corner. Westbrook. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Marcus Smart. Nice pass to set things up. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
To Marcus Smart. Turned away by George.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Westbrook. Jumper's good.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Rozier with it. Lead is 12. Horford goes to the left side. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Marcus Smart. Rozier. Ooh, he'll take that.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Westbrook into the front court. Down by 15. Fires for three. And Russell Westbrook. Good from distance. To Marcus Smart. Has a look. Smart shot, no good. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Rozier and drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Scary Terry was born during the playoffs last year. He helped Boston achieve what many critics, including myself, thought was impossible without superstar teammates being healthy. He's a pit bull defensively, so quick laterally with a strong upper body frame and a great center of gravity. He plays with a ton of grit and determination, and that's just what you need in a depth guard who can answer the bell when called on.
Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
From long range. Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter. This was a one-possession game at the break, but things went south from there.
But guess what, Ed? It's always a one-possession game. That's how you need to approach each possession in basketball. You can't score and then get back in the game 30 possessions later. You have to do it one possession at a time.
Irving add 2 points to the board.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Marcus Smart. Irving. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Westbrook. Ferguson. To Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? you'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knock. Cow punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. For 3. That won't go. To Irving. Got it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Westbrook with it. Down a bundle. It's denied by Horford.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Marcus Smart. Horford. To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Schroeder. Fires the 3. Not going down here. Brown with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. George, he buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Irving brings the ball up court. 4-3. That's good D. Shot no good. Adams to Schroeder. From the outside, no good.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Schroeder. George. And he buries it. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Schroeder. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. George. Won't go down. To Horford. And he buries it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Rozier. Thunder with the basketball. To Rozier. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Rozier, that one off the mark. It's no good. Schroeder to Adams. And a pass stolen by Boston.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Gets it in the right corner. Irving. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
The Thunder will use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. It's George for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
It's a victory here for the Celtics as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics added a win with today's solid victory. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the 3 ball, and it was instrumental to their success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Thunder put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Boston Celtics did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Kyrie Irving gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.